Hello, friends. I hope you have had a wonderful weekend. It is time for a research video, which I know most of you love. I love making these. I love learning new things. And today we're doing picture frames. Now, I will tell you the majority of these are branded. A lot of these are names I did not know. So definitely some new information in here. I am going to show you a couple of plain non-branded ones that sold as well. If you would like to see more, a little bit lower, I can do that for you next week because I love picture frames and I find them low cost all the time. So today we're going to start out at $225 and go all the way up over $2,000. Frame only, no pictures, no artwork, no nothing. Only frames today. So these are out there. They're at almost every thrift store. They're at garage sales. They're at estate sales. They're there. And I have gotten really lucky and gotten large lots of frames for really cheap on online estate auctions. So that's something to keep an eye out for as well. And yeah, I'm excited to show you. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, we are starting off with two antique. They put Fitz 9x18 Victorian gold gilt picture frames, ornate aesthetic wood. It does say very good, sturdy, antique condition. Please magnify photos for a close look. So look at the cattails on these. I think I would have had to put cattail in there because these are really neat. And here you can see the detail on these is absolutely exquisite. Beautiful craftsmanship on these. There is the back of them and an amazing sale for two frames at $225. Next up is a large, brand new in box Waterford crystal seahorse photo frame made in Ireland. This is an 8x10 and it was an Australian seller, but it sold for US $194. I get a lot of Waterford off of online estate auctions, so it is definitely out there. I see it quite frequently, so definitely do your research if you see some. I have not seen much at thrift stores. I have seen some at estate sales. I want to say most were a little too high price. There is that Waterford crystal and the seahorse. And down here, you can see Waterford written. So check the glass frames, or they look like glass, but they are actually crystal. This one is marked also on that back stand as well. And really great sale on an 8x10 frame at $194 US. Next up is a pair of identical Italian leather and wood photo frames, Art Deco style. It does say one available, one sold. I think they meant for the pair to go. So they actually have ended the listing. And this is a really cool frame. I've never seen anything like this. Here you can see it's kind of pyramided. There's that made in Italy. So I will tell you, I've sold a ton of small made in Italy frames for like the $30 to $50 range. So definitely watch for made in Italy, whether it's wood, metal. I have sold plastic ones made in Italy for really good money, and they have sold very fast for me. Next up, this is a really beautiful frame. This is a vintage 20th century gold ornate solid wood picture frame. It does say gesso composition, sold for $256. So absolutely beautiful frame for a rectangle photo. I do see some cracks here throughout the frame, which you do see on most of the older frames. So the big thing is to make sure you photograph them. Here's also a little chip, which also has been present on most older frames I have found. But this is a beautiful frame. You can see the wire for hanging. And they took tons of photos, which is what you want to do because you don't want your buyer to be caught off guard by damage that is on the frame. And this was an excellent sale at $256. Next up is a name I was not familiar with, and I don't know that I would have pegged this as a $300 frame, but It's a small one, a 4.5 by 6.5, and it sold for $300. So this is William Yawward, green crystal and glass photo frame. An incredible sale here. Again, I would not have known. There you can see the William Yawward on the back, and they're showing the complete size. It is for a 4x6 photo, and an excellent sale at $300. Remember the name William Yawward. Next up is a little Christian Dior frame, and this is another one. I would have seen the Christian Dior, but I wouldn't have thought $300. This almost looks like it's malachite, which is really, really neat. It was an auction, but it only got one bid, so it sold for $300, which was the starting bid. And here you can see the back of it. Beautiful frame. Again, looks like malachite. I'm not sure if it actually is. If it is, that's really, really neat. And it's a small one, little tabletop frame, and an amazing sale at $300. And I know Christian Dior is a well-known name, but I think with a lot of the items, people might not see the value in a small picture frame, even though it does have a well-known name. Next up is a Bakarat. This is a clear crystal eye photo frame. Another 4x6 picture frame for $300. How crazy is this? I think it's absolutely crazy. These would not be hard to ship. Here you can see it's clearly marked Bakarat on the bottom, so you would be able to identify it. And an amazing sale at $300. And I feel like this is the kind of stuff that some people might miss that marking on the clear crystal. Next up, he comes up in almost every research video, no matter what I research, and that's Ralph Lauren. This is Ralph Lauren Chapman picture frame. It does say Gator embossed. There are two of them, an 8x10 as well as a 5x7. $300 sale on two picture frames. And there you can see the Chapman 5x7. These frames were made in China. Now here you can see the retail on this one was $195, and absolutely incredible picture frames. Watch out for Ralph Lauren in every single category. Next up is a name I did not know, and this is an expensive one, but I feel like sometimes people don't know the name, so you really never know what you're going to find. This is a Thorson Hosier 5x7 Odin opal frame. New in the box, $1,300 originally for this frame. It sold for $325. They actually had two, and they sold both of them at that $325. This is gorgeous with those Swarovski crystals on here. It looks like these are little pearls. Beautiful frame. And here you can see suggested retail is $1,300. Absolutely incredible. Not very high at that $325 if somebody actually did pay that $1,300, but this is a name we need to remember. All right, IKEA is another name that seems to come up in a lot of different categories. So this is new in box IKEA Ung drill frames. There's a set of three, and the three of them sold for $300, which is very, very good. So here you can see those, and you might find these at like a yard sale or estate sale. Somebody bought them, intended to put them up, never did, and here they are. So these are big. They're 15 by 19, but for IKEA frames, I think $300 is a great sale. Next up is another name I didn't know, and another little 4x6. This is Olivia Regel Sophie frame, 4x6. It is cast pewter with European crystals. Beautiful frame, $345. So again, not a name I know. It definitely would have caught my eye with those crystals, but I don't think I would have pegged it as being worth almost $350. Next up is a sterling silver JR 925 Art Nouveau Ornate. They did put angel, cherub, bird, flower photo frame. $349 for this frame. Really pretty frame. And you can see over here, it looks like a sword. Oh no, maybe it's Cupid's arrow. I bet it's Cupid's arrow. There's a cherub, but that is probably Cupid, I would gather. And there you can see the JR 925 stamp on the side, and really, really pretty frame. It stands up, so another little tabletop one, and a great sale at $349. Next up is a Tiffany & Co., which I think we all know, but I think a lot of people don't realize that the plain frames can be worth so much. So this is a sterling silver. It's a 6.5 inch by 5 oval frame. They do say it's been professionally cleaned and polished, and there is the stand on it. And here you can see Tiffany & Co. makers, sterling silver. So this is one you definitely would end up needing to pay up for. You're not going to get it cheap, but if you research it, see what they sell for, a lot of times they are worth paying up for. Next up is an antique 20s or 30s genuine alligator belly frame with a sterling plate. It has that small plate down there on the bottom. This one sold for $350. I don't know how they knew it was the alligator's belly or what part of the alligator it was, but this is a really neat frame. And again, one I probably would not have pegged. A lot of these, just looking at them, I feel like before doing this video, I wouldn't have seen the value. Now I do, and this was an excellent sale at $350. Next up is a superb large vintage. It fits a 19 by 27. So this is a big one. They did put gesso wood, Rococo, Italy, Baroque, $329 sale. And again, just the frame. So watch for these because they end up at the thrift stores. They end up at estate sales, and they are absolutely beautiful and definitely a really good sale. And I like how they zoomed in to show the detail on the corner for their first picture. Next up is a Christophle Albi sterling silver 18 by 24 centimeters, guys. Centimeters, not inches. This is a small one. And this one sold for $409. The crazy thing about this one is it's sealed and you can't even see the frame. And it still sold for $409, which I think is crazy. I don't think I would have opened it either. I would have tried to find maybe a picture online of it. You can see it says Cadre A Photo Albi picture frame. So remember the name Christophle. Unfortunately, we cannot see what this one looks like. Next up is another name that is out there in a lot of them, and that is J. Strongwater. But this doesn't have the typical colorful Swarovski crystals like I'm used to seeing for J. Strongwater. This is a beautiful Brianna floral branch. It almost looks like dogwood flowers. And this frame sold for $555, and it is also a small 4x6. They actually sold 3 of them at $555. So beautiful, beautiful picture. You can see the J. Strongwater on the paper, but you can also see it there on the back of the frame as well. So if it was missing that paper, it would still be easy to identify. Next up is another beautiful gold finish frame. This one's another big one, 22 by 28. It does say ornately carved Baroque style scoop picture frame. It's 5 inches wide, so really thick border on this one. And they had 2 of them. They sold for $4.99 each. Really, really pretty. And these actually look to be in really good condition. I do see like a few cracks here. Nothing too severe. The gold is in very, very good condition. There is the back of the frame, and they're showing it. It did have a picture, so they probably took this out just to sell the frame. And amazing sale, $500, no picture. All right, with this one, we are up to our top 5 selling. This is a Mirano glass frame with 24 karat gold accents, handmade in Italy. They did put photo holder, $456. Beautiful, beautiful frame. You can see that it does have the paper. They're showing some of the glass work there, which is kind of cool, and an amazing sale. Mirano Glass in any shape or form typically will do very well. Next up is an Hermes, and you need to know Hermes. They do everything. This is a red leather and wood picture frame, an 8x10, and it sold for $625. Absolutely incredible sale. Beautiful leather and wood there. And here is the back. You can see it does say Hermes down here on the bottom. And this is one, again, I think a lot of people wouldn't think of these frames as being so valuable. This one is made in Indonesia. It is stamped with a number, and an amazing sale on an 8x10 at $625. Number 3 is a rare pair of glass encased gilt plaster Rococo 19th century picture frames. The two of these sold for $960. Great sale. Here you can see really, really nice. And it does say at the fountain. So that was probably the picture that was there. This one says to friends. So these did have photographs in them at one point, and they were taken out. And there is glass over the top of that. That is why they have the glass encased. Beautiful frames and an amazing sale, close to $1,000. Number 2 is this Velotti Cornice d'Apia Ruche photo picture frame. It is sterling silver, and it sold for $1,500. We're going to look at those details a little bit closer. Really beautiful frame. Look at the detail on this one. Kind of hard to see from far away, but you can definitely see in these close-ups. And really, really pretty frame. And I'm trying to see, I don't where that Velotti marking is. I'm not seeing it. Oh, wait, I found it. There you go. Velotti, Italy, M215C 925 sterling. It is there. It is marked. Absolutely incredible frame. Here they are showing on Atkinson's website. This frame sells for $2,840. And on Mary Mahoney, it sells for $3,450. So somebody got a good deal on this for only $1,500. All right, this is the most expensive one, and it's my favorite one. Go figure, right? This is a J. Strongwater Bodhi Shell 5x7 frame, and it sold for $2,090. It is so, so pretty. I cannot afford a $2,000 picture frame, but somebody could. Look at how beautiful the starfish, the shells, tons of Swarovski crystals, and there is the back. Even the back is very ornate. You can see the J. Strongwater, very, very detailed, and it doesn't look like it's missing any crystals, and an incredible, incredible sale at $2,090, and it's a 5x7 frame. All right, that is the end, my friends. I hope you have really enjoyed this. I really love that last J. Strongwater one. Maybe if I hit the lotto one day, but you have to play the lotto to hit the lotto. So I don't know. I'll probably not ever win. Yeah. So let me know which one was your favorite, and if there were any that caught you off guard. Also, let me know if you want me to go a little bit lower again, try and find some more of the different looks to look for of the wood frames, and that way, maybe ones you might find a little bit more at the thrift stores and stuff, and I can possibly do that for you next week. I hope your weekend has been absolutely wonderful. I hope you have a great week upcoming. Leave me a comment, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.